Welcome to a space of understanding, where every word is a bridge leading you to the light, a place of healing for the wounds left behind by a narcissist. I'm here to remind you of a simple yet powerful truth. You are not alone. No matter how rough the journey may feel, every step you take away from that toxic relationship is a giant leap toward reclaiming yourself. Narcissists often wear a flawless mask, creating the illusion that they control you, that they hold unlimited power over your emotions, decisions, and even your life. But what's the truth? It's nothing more than a carefully constructed game designed to maintain a fragile sense of power. You don't belong in that game. You are an independent individual with your own unique values and immense inner strength. Don't let yourself be trapped in their cycle of manipulation. Believe that you have the ability to break free, reclaim control over your life, and step into a future of freedom and happiness. And don't forget, stay until the end of this video, because that's where you'll uncover the secret to ending the manipulation, regaining your autonomy, and step into a brighter, more empowered chapter of your life. A narcissist never arrives waving a red flag, nor do they start with obvious attacks. Instead, they quietly infiltrate your mind like a skilled intruder. Their presence, which initially seems charming and attentive, is merely the opening act of a carefully crafted performance they have staged. They don't control you through force, but through intricate psychological strategies, where your emotions become the very tools they use for manipulation. One of their most dangerous weapons is gaslighting, a psychological game designed to make you doubt yourself. They distort your reality, making you feel inadequate, convincing you that your thoughts and emotions are always wrong. You start to question yourself. Am I overreacting? Or am I really the problem? And the moment you begin to doubt yourself, they seize control. But the game doesn't stop there. They don't just erode your confidence, they target your very sense of identity, the core of who you are. Through subtle remarks and seemingly harmless yet calculated actions, they fuel your insecurities. They turn your dreams into something unrealistic, forcing you to abandon your core values just to fit into their irrational expectations. The reality they create is a distorted picture where everything revolves around them. You are no longer the center of your own life, but merely a piece in the world they control. You may feel like you are living, but in truth you are merely existing under their shadow. The dreams that once shone so brightly now seem distant. The emotions that once flowed freely have turned into a dull ache. And your self-worth, something you once took pride in, has been suffocated and replaced with dependency. Narcissists are masters of illusion, and you are the one drawn into their web. But remember, no illusion lasts forever. The distorted reality they create is not your life, and the power to reclaim it has always been in your hands. The moment you dare to look beyond their deception, to believe in yourself again, you will see that the light of truth is always strong enough to break through the darkness they have cast. But as you take steps toward reclaiming yourself, the narcissist will not easily accept defeat. To them, losing control over you is not just a blow to their fragile ego, it is an unacceptable challenge, and so they embark on a new mission, a covert war to pull you back into their grasp. They will deny every bit of harm they have caused, twisting the painful experiences you endured into narratives they can manipulate. I never did that, you're exaggerating, or you're the one who started this, I was just reacting. These words are not meant to clarify or reconcile. They are meant to cloud your memories and make you doubt yourself once again. But they don't stop at denial. They escalate their tactics by shifting the blame onto you. Suddenly, you become the problem, the troublemaker in the story they craft. To protect their fabricated self-image, they construct an entirely false version of you, one you can barely recognize. Whether whispered behind closed doors or spread publicly, these fabricated stories serve a single purpose: to weaken you, to isolate you, to strip you of the support and trust of those around you. And yet, the most insidious part of their manipulation is not just their destruction, it is their ability to wear the mask of remorse. They may come back with promises of change, with tears that seem genuine. I will change. I see now that I was wrong, or you are the best thing that ever happened to me. But these words do not come from love or true regret. They are tools, crafted to restore their control, to keep you within their grasp. So, in this cunning and calculated game of a narcissist, what should you do? The answer is simple, yet it holds immeasurable power. Remember that you do not have to play. There is no need to justify yourself, no need to argue, and absolutely no need to prove anything to them. When faced with their provocations and carefully laid traps meant to pull you back under their control, the most powerful response is silence. Silence is not weakness. On the contrary, it is a statement of strength and self-mastery. Silence is the ultimate rejection of their emotional manipulation. It sends a clear message. I will not let you control me ever again. Imagine this. Every time you refuse to engage in their pointless arguments, every time you resist responding to their baiting words, you are building an invisible shield around yourself. That shield does not just block their toxic attacks, it reflects their tactics back onto them, forcing them to confront their own powerlessness. A narcissist only holds power if you give it to them. And every moment you choose silence is another moment you reclaim control, not just over your life, but over your mind and emotions. Silence is also a way to protect your precious energy. Every time you engage in endless arguments, you not only waste time, but also lose your inner peace. Think of silence as a way to reconnect with yourself, to listen to the voice within, rather than getting caught up in the chaotic noise created by a narcissist. Furthermore, silence is an affirmation that you are no longer bound by the illusions they create. You no longer feel the need to respond or defend yourself against their unreasonable accusations. Your silence, when observed closely, is actually a symbol of strength and freedom, things they can never control. So, the next time you face the familiar tactics of a narcissist, take a deep breath and choose silence, because in that silence, you are not only protecting yourself, but also sending a powerful message. I am no longer playing your game. And that is the moment you reclaim all the power they once tried to take from you. Breaking free from a narcissistic relationship is not just a battle for freedom from manipulation. It is also a profound journey of self-confrontation. This journey is not easy because the wounds they leave behind often touch the deepest, most hidden corners of your soul, places that carried pain long before they even appeared. Look back on your childhood, those years that should have been filled with laughter and loving embraces but instead were weighed down by heavy silence and unspoken emotional voids. Perhaps, as a child, you once felt like a burden, not because you truly were, but because your parents, the ones who were supposed to be your safest refuge, were struggling with their own deep sorrow, unspoken traumas, or even their own insecure narcissism. In that world where your emotions had no space, you gradually learned to be silent. You hid your tears, buried your desires, just to avoid becoming an inconvenience. The times you wanted to share your sadness at school, your small joys from a good grade, or simply seek recognition from your parents were dismissed with rushed responses, their minds too occupied with other worries. One by one, you learned that perhaps your feelings didn't matter, and so you began to abandon yourself. You let go of your pure laughter, suppressed your urges to cry when hurt. You chose to live in loneliness, not because you wanted to, but because you saw nowhere else to belong. But that loneliness didn't just surround you, it seeped deep inside, severing the connection between you and yourself. You no longer recognized your own emotions, didn't know what you wanted or needed. Day after day you simply learned to exist, to do everything to avoid being a bother, even if it meant burying your true self. Then, when you entered a relationship with a narcissist, all those childhood lessons in suppression resurfaced. They made you believe that you had to abandon yourself, your dreams, your emotions, even your very identity, in order to be worthy of the love they offered. They drowned out your inner voice, turning you into a mere fragment of the distorted world they built. And in your loneliest moments, you may have asked yourself, Am I truly worthy of love, or am I just the problem in every story? But the truth is, the narcissist is not the root of your wounds. They only made them more visible. And this is your opportunity to look back, to understand and to heal yourself. This journey requires you to go deep within, to face the pain you once hid away. It is not just about walking away from the narcissist. It is about learning to love yourself, to recognize that your emotions are valuable and that you deserve a full life, free from control or validation from anyone else. Remember, facing your wounds is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your courage, because only when you bravely confront yourself can you truly break free from the invisible chains that both the narcissist and your past once placed upon you. And with every small step on this journey, you are proving that you are returning to your true self, strong, resolute, and full of worth. Leaving a narcissist is a courageous decision, like breaking the invisible chains that have bound you for so long in their cycle of manipulation and control. But remember, to a narcissist, losing you is not just an ordinary loss. It is a blow to their fragile ego, a disruption of the power they were accustomed to holding. And in their desperate attempt to keep you, they will do anything, even the worst things, to drag you back into their distorted world. At first, they may come to you with words that sound gentle, filled with remorse. I can't live without you, or I will change, just give me one more chance. These words are not genuine repentance. They are tactics to exploit your compassion. They know how to press on the weak spots in your heart, using the empathy and love you once gave them to make you hesitate. But in reality, these sweet words are just another move in their game, to maintain control. When promises no longer work, their mask will fall. The narcissist will resort to emotional abuse, sometimes even cruel words to attack you. Without me, you are nothing, or you're selfish and worthless, everything bad is your fault. These words are not meant to reconcile. They are meant to pull you back into the cycle of guilt and self-doubt, making you question your decision to leave them. But their control doesn't stop at words. In the rage of losing their power, they may resort to other forms of abuse to manipulate you. Relentless phone calls, endless guilt-tripping messages, or even spreading false narratives about you to others. All of these are carefully orchestrated to create psychological pressure, making you feel isolated and tempting you to return, just to put an end to the chaos. However, understand that all these desperate attempts are not proof of love, but rather manifestations of their deep-seated insecurity. A narcissist cannot bear the loss of control, and they will do whatever it takes to re-establish it. But the real power lies within you. Walking away from them is not just an act of separation, it is a powerful declaration that you have chosen yourself. Hold on to that truth, because no words or actions can strip you of your worth or your right to live freely. This is your journey back to the light, and no one, not even the narcissist, can extinguish that flame ever again. I know you might still hold on to the hope of changing them or fixing the relationship. You believe that if you love them enough, if you are patient enough, they will recognize your value and become a better person. But the painful truth is this: you cannot change them. A narcissist does not function like others. They live in a distorted reality of their own making, where their ego is the center and everything around them exists to serve it. Trying to change them is like trying to soften a stone wall. It is not only futile, but also drains your precious energy. What you need to do is not reshape them, but instead turn inward and ask yourself, what do I truly need? What brings me peace? Accepting the truth that you cannot control or change anyone but yourself is one of the most liberating realizations you can have. A narcissist will not change simply because you want them to. They only change if it serves their own interests, and even then that change is often superficial. If you continue hoping to turn them into a better version of themselves, you will trap yourself in an endless cycle of disappointment and pain. What you need to do now is shift your focus from them to yourself. Remember, true strength does not come from trying to save others. It comes from the ability to heal and rebuild yourself. Start by listening to your own emotions, the pain you have suppressed, the dreams you have abandoned, and the values you lost in this relationship. Accepting that you cannot change a narcissist is not a failure. It is the first step toward freeing yourself. It is breaking free from the illusion, reclaiming control over your own life. Focus on healing your heart, rebuilding your confidence, and discovering what truly makes you happy. Let your inner light guide you, because you were not born to mold yourself to someone else's expectations, especially those who do not value you. When you stop trying to change the narcissist and instead focus on yourself, you are laying the foundation for a new life, a life no longer bound by the invisible chains they once wove around you. To do that, you must learn to put yourself first, because if you don't, you will forever be lost in the cycle of sacrificing your own happiness for those who never deserved it in the first place. In a relationship with a narcissist, you have become accustomed to putting their needs first. Your emotions, dreams, and joys have all been pushed aside to meet their endless expectations. But pause for a moment and ask yourself, is my happiness truly valued in this relationship? Am I living for myself or merely existing to please them? The painful truth, more often than not, is no. Now that you have left, it is time to completely shift how you see life. Make yourself the top priority, because this life is yours and no one else has the right to dictate your happiness. Remember, self-love is not selfish. It is a fundamental requirement for living a fulfilling life. When you learn to appreciate yourself, you will realize that sacrificing your happiness for others, especially for those who do not appreciate you, is the greatest waste of your time and emotions. Start with small but meaningful steps. Listen to yourself. What brings you joy? What gives you peace? Do those things without feeling the need to ask for permission or to please anyone else. Reconnect with hobbies you once loved but abandoned. Reach out to genuine friends, or simply enjoy a peaceful morning at your favorite cafe. Think of putting yourself first as rebuilding a castle, where you are the owner and no narcissist can enter to take control anymore. Establish firm boundaries. Learn to say no to what harms you and say yes to what brings you happiness. Your happiness is not a gift to be given away easily. It is something you must cherish and protect. When you dare to put yourself first, you are creating a life that you truly deserve, a life where you are the center of your own story, not a supporting character in someone else's script. And that is the real happiness you are worthy of. The past, despite its pain, holds valuable lessons. Sit with yourself, face the emotions you have suppressed, and acknowledge the dreams you set aside. Ask yourself, what hurt me the most? Why did I allow others to treat me this way? These questions are not meant to blame yourself, but to help you realize that what happened was not your fault. The narcissist can only have control if you allow it, and now you have reclaimed that control. Healing is a long journey, sometimes a quiet one, but always worth it. Start with small actions. Journal your thoughts to release your emotions. Seek support from those who love you, or simply take time to enjoy the little things that bring you joy. Remember, every time you choose yourself, every time you love yourself, you are laying a strong foundation to rebuild your inner home. This journey is not just about healing. It is an opportunity to rediscover your true worth. You will come to see that you deserve love, not because you fulfill someone else's expectations, but simply because you are you, a unique, remarkable person deserving of the best life has to offer. As your wounds heal, you will realize that the light within you never truly went out. It was merely hidden by the shadows of the past. And now, as you embrace self-love and self-respect, that light will shine brightly again, illuminating a new path, the one where you are in control, guided by love for yourself. Imagine nature as a loyal friend, always waiting to embrace you no matter what you have been through. Step outside, feel the ground beneath your feet, and let the fresh air fill your lungs. The cool breeze, the chirping of birds, or even the golden sunlight filtering through the leaves, all carry a powerful ability to heal. Nature does not judge, does not demand. It simply exists to remind you that the world is far bigger than the pain you once endured. With every step you take on a tree-lined path, with every breath of Earth's fragrance, you shed the dust of the past. Nature invites you to see yourself, not through the lens of a narcissist, but through the purity and authenticity of life itself. You are no longer bound by manipulative words or unrealistic expectations. You are part of this free world, a soul worthy of happiness and peace. Let yourself explore, travel to places you have never been, sit by the ocean and listen to the waves, or climb a hill to see the vast sky embrace you. When you immerse yourself in nature, you will realize that the pain you thought was insurmountable is so small compared to the vastness of the universe. More importantly, let nature be the place where you reconnect with yourself. Sit under a tree, close your eyes, and listen to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Write down the emotions flowing through you, letting your words pour out like a stream, washing away the wounds you once held on to. Do not let pain imprison you in a small house of fear and loneliness. The world is waiting to heal you, to remind you that freedom and happiness are your birthright. Step outside and let nature guide you to a new life. One where you are not just surviving, but truly thriving in peace and self-love. And now, as the narcissist's secrets have been exposed and the illusions have faded, it is time for you to close the door to the past and step into a brighter new chapter of your life. Carry with you the valuable lessons from this challenging journey. Let them make your heart stronger and your soul more resilient. Always remember that you deserve genuine love, a life filled with peace and happiness. Never lose faith in yourself or in the deep, untapped strength that lies within you. Let your past wounds become the driving force that propels you forward, making you rise even stronger and shine even brighter. Thank you for walking this path of discovery with me. Remember, you are never alone. There will always be friends, understanding souls, and kindred spirits ready to stand by your side. And if you ever feel lost, think back to the words shared in this video. Let them be a source of strength, helping you overcome obstacles and guiding you toward your true happiness. Wishing you peace, confidence, and a heart full of love. See you in the next videos where we will continue to explore the wonders of life and the beauty of the human spirit together.